Rupert!
Hello!
You haven't been here in a long time.
No.
What happened?
Well, my voice is too high.
Your voice is too high?
Yeah, my voice is too high, and that's why I couldn't come.
You know, the problems with puppets are very different than the problems with people.
Yeah, the audience will understand, I think.
Oh, I see. Inside joke.
Inside joke.
Puppet humor.
Kid.
Well, you know what day it is.
It's 3-ingredient day.
It's 3-ingredient day, and because you're back and because we're so happy you're back, I thought I would make something that we would have at a party.
Ice cream?
Nope.
Fruit punch?
Think about this. What does my mom make every 4th of July?
A lot of food.
She does make a lot of food, but what does she have at the very end?
Oh, the pizza dip.
The pizza dip. We are going to make a 3-ingredient pizza dip.
But it's not the 4th of July.
Nope, we can have it anytime we want. Our first ingredient is?
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. You're going to use an 8-ounce brick. I know in some places they don't sell it in bricks, so just 8 ounces or 1 cup of cream cheese.
In a tub.
Yeah, in it you could get it in a tub. You could get whipped cream cheese. That spreads a little bit easier, which might make the first step a little bit easier for you.
Ooh.
So 8 ounces cream cheese, any kind you want. I would say don't bother to go for low fat because this has got a lot of fat in this anyway. Yep.
What's that?
What does it smell like?
Pizza.
It smells like pizza. That's because this is pizza sauce.
Ooh.
We are going to use about 1/2 cup of pizza sauce, but you can use as much as you want.
Really?
Yep, you could use it.
As much as I want?
Well, you don't want to go overboard because you don't want to turn into pizza soup.
Ooh.
Nope, so use about
Pizza
one.
soup, is that such a thing?
Probably is. Maybe we'll make it some other
How
time.
many ingredients?
I don't know, probably a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so 1/2 cup of pizza sauce of your choice. And our final ingredient is
The stuff that the mouse likes.
cheese.
Cheese.
Yep, we're using mozzarella cheese. You could use any cheese that you would put on pizza. You could use mozzarella, parmesan, romano, whatever kind of cheese you like.
What kind is this?
This is mozzarella cheese.
Ooh.
Yep, and once again, it's going to be about 1/2 cup, but however much cheese you want is however much cheese you can use.
Just don't make it soup.
Just don't make it soup, unless you want soup.
Okay.
Okay, let's see how to make this. I have my softened cheese in my pie plate. I'm just using a regular 8-inch pie plate. And what I'm going to first do is just spread this out in the plate. Okay, once you've covered the whole bottom of your pie plate with the cream cheese, now you can just add your pizza sauce or your spaghetti sauce or whatever type of sauce you want. For this, because we're making a pizza dip, we're going to be using some homemade pizza sauce. Now, it's usually about 1/2 cup, but this can definitely be eyeballed. You can use a little bit more, a little bit less. It's really up to you. You just want to make sure you cover all of the cream cheese. At this stage, you could add any other toppings that you would normally put on a pizza. You could add pepperoni or onions and peppers or mushrooms. Basically anything that you would put on a pizza would go well in this dip. Because this is a 3-ingredient recipe, we are only using the 3 basic ingredients to this. If you do add anything, remember that you will be picking this up with some chips, so don't cut it too large. You don't want great big pieces that are going to break your chip. Now I'm just going to cover this with about 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese. Again, this is very much to your own taste. You can do more or less. You don't want to absolutely cover so that you can't see the rest of the dip. You don't want this to be just one big wall of mozzarella cheese. This will be served directly out of the oven hot, but as it cools down, if your cheese is just one solid wall of mozzarella cheese, then your chip's not going to get through it and it's not going to be easy to eat. Now I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven for about 15-20 minutes or until it's nice and bubbly. I'm going to do that covered. I'm going to start out covered with aluminum foil for about the first 15-20 minutes, and then I will remove the aluminum foil and then let it brown on top for just a couple more minutes so that it's all nice and delicious and has a delicious nutty flavor. All right, this is hot and bubbling straight out of the oven. It is so good. It smells so good. It looks just like a pizza. The last few seconds of this, I actually put the broiler on so that I could get a nice bit of dark on top, so it could be nice and cooked all the way through. This is great with nacho chips, or you could use pieces of pizza crust that you cooked separately by themselves, or you could use bread, whatever you want to dip in here. Whoop, and I even just dropped my chip in there. This is just a wonderful, wonderful dip. You can have it all by itself the way that we've made it here, or you can add whatever other pizza toppings you want. Let's see how Rupert likes it. What do you think?
Pizza.
It is. This is basically just pizza in a plate.
In a plate.
In a plate.
Not a bowl like soup.
Not in a bowl like soup. Although now I'm going to really have to look up how to make pizza soup, because that sounds really good.
Ooh.
Now, as I said before, you can add any type of toppings that would go on pizza into this. Just make sure that you chop them up really small, because you're going to be using crackers, or we're using tortilla chips to make this. It also reheats very nicely, so if it happens to get a little bit too solid after you've got it on the table, just throw it back in the oven and you're fine. This is nice and hot. And
it's steamy.
It's steamy, and it's really, really delicious.
You ate something.
Well, how was that?
It was very good.
It's very, very good.
Very yummy.
Yep, and it wasn't even the 4th of July.
No.
Nope. So
When is it?
When is it?
When is it?
Well, I think it's March. We're in March right now.
Ooh.
Yep. So
not the 4th? Is it the 4th of March?
No, I don't think, not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
How about you 3? I don't know which one it is.
Nope. So whether it's the 4th of March, 4th of July, or just whenever you want a nice snack, you can bring it to a party. You can have it for dinner. Maybe we'll have it for dinner. Yeah. This pizza dip is sure to please, and it's really easy to make.
Yeah.
So what can people do if they like this recipe?
Share it with the friends.
Sharing this with your friends is really helpful. If you just share it on Twitter, on Facebook, send it in an email to a friend of yours. Just tell people about this series, and we would very much appreciate it. They can also comment down below if you have any suggestions for any other types of recipes you'd like us to make, like pizza soup.
Pizza soup.
Like pizza soup. You can do that. Also, if you haven't already, why not subscribe?
Subscribe!
Yep, if you hit the subscribe button, you will be notified whenever we have a new video.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us this time. We'll see you again next time.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!
Patrick?
What?
We don't have a blooper this week.
Oh no, you know what that means.
I'm perfect!
You are a perfect little pig.